Hey guys, what is going on? It's Hamish from Income Stream Surfers. I'm just going to talk a little bit this video. I'm not really going to show you anything new or blow your mind with some SEO tactic for Redbubble. I just want to talk about my plans and what I'm up to, etc, etc. So I originally said I was going to start posting videos every day, and then I kind of got obsessed with learning how to code Shopify websites specifically. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that, how I'm doing that, what my plans are, etc. So I think it's a really important thing to do, to always be adding to your skills, because you never know when, I'm an SEO expert. Okay, I'm a professional SEO, and in 5 years, maybe SEO is not so important anymore. I don't know, maybe Google does something, or it's all about ads, or copywriting, or some SEO tactic comes in that just wipes everyone else out. I don't know what's going to happen. So I think it's really, really important to always be learning new skills, and a very important part of that is making sure that you learn a new skill which people will pay for in the future. That was originally why I started to learn SEO, and I really, really enjoy SEO, but there are other parts of websites and things which I enjoy even more. And I've always wanted to code, and I started about a year ago, making my own websites and things, learning incredibly basic HTML to add, they're called jump links to some articles, where if someone clicks on the jump link, it takes them directly to where they want to be on the article. I would say that's where I started learning HTML, really, really basic stuff. I then did a free code camp course on Python, which I didn't really understand. I understood the logic of how Python works, but I can't write a Python code, even a simple one. I wouldn't know where to start. But what it did give me, it gave me a really, really solid understanding of how computers work and how computers talk with programs and things like that. So I'm actually really, really happy that I did that course. I would recommend that course. The guy that did it is really, really good. He's a professor at university. It's all on YouTube, so it's a YouTube course. Just type free code camp Python course. You can find it on their website. freecodecamp.org is really, really good. More recently, I started getting more and more into Shopify Liquid. I released a few videos. I'll leave the videos here. And I'm definitely getting more and more into coding and Shopify websites and things like that. Huge shout out to Jan at Let's Build Shopify. I'll leave his channel. If you're wanting to learn how to do custom coding with Liquid and things like that, his channel is incredible, really, really good. I'm now doing a CSS course on Free Code Camp again. I'm planning on doing the CSS course, the responsive web design course, and the Flexbox course, and then I'll probably just focus on building Shopify templates. So one thing that I definitely want to do in the near future is create my own Shopify template, which will just have everything that a dropshipping store needs and nothing else, so that it's really, really quick. But what I will say very, very quickly is, if you are planning on building a Shopify dropshipping store or anything on Shopify, please use Debut theme. Do not buy a premium theme. Don't use some downloaded theme. Just use Debut. There's a really, really good reason for this. Because of Google Page Speed Insights, which is the algorithm update, and also just because of user experience in general, Shopify realized, and one thing about Shopify is they know how to adapt. They know how to change things. They know how to basically be a market leader. The reason they're a market leader is because they are innovating constantly. And that's another reason why I would recommend Shopify over something like Magento or WordPress or whatever. Shopify knows that they are the market leader, so they need to be the innovators. And that's exactly what they've done. With Debut Theme now, if you're unaware, they're rolling out Shopify 2.0. Debut Theme now is lightning quick. I can get page speeds of 90 on mobile and 100 on desktop fairly consistently, and I wasn't even using JPEG images, I was using PNGs because I wanted them to be transparent. It's really, really crazy to have 85 page speed. Shopify before, and also premium themes probably still, they have a really, really big problem, which is the theme.scss.liquid file. Every time you run a Shopify store that's built on Debut Theme before the update, they always have the render blocking resource problem on Google Page Speed Insights. If you take anything away from this video, I want you to take two things away from this video. Number one is innovate your skills, always be learning something new, always look for things that interest you and try to work out a way to get paid for doing that thing. So for me, it's programming. And number two, if you're building a Shopify store, just use the Debut theme. If you know basic CSS, basic HTML, you can use Shopify Liquid very, very easily. Very, very easily. You can just watch Jan Let's Build Shopify's videos, and you can customize it as much as you want without any plugins. I really, really recommend that if you're into basic HTML, basic CSS, you have another look at Shopify if you thought it wasn't very good before, because it is now. It's really, really good, and it's going to continue to grow. It's going to be the biggest kind of CMS, in my opinion. I think it already is, although WordPress, I think, is currently the biggest CMS. That's one more thing, actually, before I finish, is people always say WordPress is cheaper, right? Which, if you just look at the hosting, it's cheaper. But if you pay for email, if you take into account maintenance, if you think about like how much time every week you have to put in to doing this, if you think about scalability, etc., like can you scale with really, really cheap hosting? Probably not. Shopify probably will work out to be cheaper in 90% of cases for a big store, because with WordPress you're going to have to start paying for all these different things, whereas with Shopify it's all integrated, which is a really, really positive thing actually. With Shopify you don't have to set up email. It sets it up with your domain. If you purchase the domain through Shopify, it sets you up with an email. So people always talk about cost and they say WordPress is cheaper, which is true if you just look at the very beginning of the website and you're saying, okay, I'm paying $1 a month for hosting. It's cheaper, obviously, but email is going to be $10 a month at least, maintenance, etc., etc., etc. So I don't even think WordPress is significantly cheaper for a proper store. Anyway, guys, yeah, just wanted to give you a quick update of what I'm up to, getting into coding, getting into Shopify. I've created 2 Fiverr gigs, and I've been applying for Upwork jobs, and I'm trying to get in as a starter. If you do things for really, really cheap as a starter, then you can often find someone who is willing to pay for you to learn, which is exactly what I need. Okay, I'll make an update soon. I'm probably going to be making some Shopify drop shipping store videos, etc., etc. And yeah, peace out.